So a bunch of Christians on social media think that tomorrow the 23rd is the rapture, and they've been posting all over social media about it. And people are having a lot of fun with it. But let's talk about religious psychosis for a moment, shall we?
My husband wanted me to request off work for September 23rd. So I requested off, and it was denied. And I wasn't stressing about it. But Thursday in the car, I prayed and I asked God, whenever the rapture happens, whether it is next week, next month, next year, can you please just arrange things where I can be home with my family when it happens? About 4 hours later, I was fired.
That woman believes that God got her fired from her job so that she could spend the rapture with her family. She mentioned later, like, oh, I just gotten some extra PTO days and stuff, but then they decided to be upset about something I've been doing for 6 months but didn't get upset about until now. So they found out that you were doing something wrong and they fired you for it. It's not divine intervention, that's just getting caught. Thinking like that is not rational or logical, and it's not a sane, well mind that thinks that way. But that's pretty harmless, it would seem. This next woman I'm going to show you, and by the way, I want you to go find none of these people. Oh, these people are not doing well. This is not about making fun of them, okay? But this woman, I mean, she's really struggling with this.
Okay, I'm literally about to crash out. Are we not scared? Come on. To think that if the rapture is happening, if the rapture is going to happen in a few days, but they say it's going to happen, that means I only have a few days left with my kids.
She said it herself. She's crashing out. She's having a full-on meltdown about losing her babies because of the rapture. That's her being inconsolable, just being a blubbering mess. That's not good. That's not a sign of a sound mind. That's someone who needs help. And later, when people were telling her that's religious psychosis, she just went into, oh no, it's my faith, and see, in the Bible it says this and that. Here's the issue with something like this. Everyone's having a good time laughing at the people making videos. But this kind of psychosis, when there's a date and a time and an event, and you have people who are unwell, who are expecting something to happen, and then it doesn't because it won't, that is like a breeding ground for family annihilators, for example. Almost certainly someone is going to be like, what do you mean God didn't come get us? My children are supposed to be with God today. And then they take steps to make that happen. Be it a shotgun or a ball-peen hammer or making everybody pray in the garage while the car idles. This kind of stuff happens when we let people who are saying things that are clear signs of them needing mental help and just going, it's just their faith. It's just their belief. Leave them alone. They're harmless. They're harmless until they're not. And this shit should not be normal.
Today on White TikTok, there is a lady who is very serious about the rapture. She's so fucking serious about the goddamn rapture. She has sold her house and she has sold her car. She is also a mother, all right? She has 2 kids. She said what they're going to do is they're going to stay in a hotel and they're going to go to the beach and they're going to wait for Jesus to come. And when the bells ring, they're going to be in prayer. Now, check the comment section. Everybody in the fucking comment section is telling her this is a wonderful idea and that they're going to follow suit. First of all, the audacity to have a house in 2025 and be able to sell it successfully, girl, your privilege is showing. Second of all, the fact that you sold your car in 2025, bitch, again, your privilege is showing, bitch, because why? And I don't even want to get into the children because I feel like at the end of the day, I'm not going to tell anybody how to parent their kids, but you're going to wait at the beach for Jesus to come back. I don't think he wants you to do that, man. Mind you, in one of the videos, she has a dog, so I commented on her video. I was like, so are you taking a dog with you? Why she blocked me? Guess I'm not making it to the rapture, bitch.
All right, y'all, I am flying during the rapture. Potential rapture, Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be landing at 12:30 Eastern. The main reason I bought this flight is so that I'll be caught up before y'all who are on land. I'm going to be 30,000 feet in the air. When we get caught up, y'all going to go from the ground up. I'm going to be already in there. I'm going to save some space for my friends. Me and Liz gonna be caught up first. Okay? The boys, we gonna hold a spot for our kids for the rapture, but we get the good seats at the buffet for the rolls and stuff. If y'all are starting from Earth, I don't know what to tell you. So if I land and the rapture hasn't happened, then you're good. But if it happens while I'm in the air, because I'm landing in Eastern, I feel like the whole rapture is on American time, I will let y'all know. But for now, I'll let y'all know. I'm gonna hold some stuff to the side, some biscuits and stuff, and get a little section. All right, let y'all know.
23rd of last month was very, very much spectacular. And I feel like I need to talk about this in as much as it's an event that happened. But there is a concept that I find it so much important if we get to, have a discussion. In regards to this, the amount of religious psychosis that some white Americans had because they believe that there is a rapture that will be happening. And this is not something that has been happening for the past time. People are not very careful with history. When you get to look at throughout the American history, you learn that there have been moments when groups of people became convinced that the world was going to an end or the rapture was imminent. The most famous early example is the Millerite movement of the 1840s, when followers of preachers William Miller sold their property and gathered on hillsides, fully expecting Christ's return. When nothing happened, many of them experienced public humiliation, social ruin, deep emotional trauma. This type of behavior illustrates how religious expectations, when pushed to extremes, can blend into what psychiatry calls religious psychosis. Brothers and sisters, there's so many stories that emerged last month, around 22nd, 23rd. People had fear, especially the white America. And, we all saw them. We all saw all this fear that was so imminent in people's faces and how they reacted towards this. And so I want us to watch this video, and then later on I'll be coming back with my commentary in regards to this, and then we are going to dissect this topic and talk about it, because for the longest time a lot of people have lost their vast wealth, a lot of people have lost their time building and then just letting it go because somebody came and told you that the world is ending. I believe in God, I believe God exists, but I'm not that delusional to believe that the world's just gonna end, right? I know there are so many theories that explains the ending of the world, and we have so many prophets even back in Africa that comes and tells you that the world is going to an end, and then they give you a specific date, and then we have those people who will fall for that, right? Without knowing that these are human beings with human hair, and they can make mistakes. Some even mislead people knowingly that they're doing this, right? And so I want us to watch this video. I'll be back. I'm just asking you, if you're watching me for the first time and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, I'm asking you to please subscribe to the channel, join the membership, and really get to see what I can offer you. But until then, let's watch the video. I'll be back.
So the rapture is happening this week. Is everybody excited about it? Here are some things that you need to know about the rapture, okay? So the rapture is going to happen this Tuesday, September 23rd. You will know by the time you wake up if you've been raptured. So if you wake up in your bed, in your home with all of your worldly possessions on Tuesday, it does mean that you were left behind. You may be confused. I can help you out. You're probably wondering, what did I do to deserve this? I thought that I was a good Christian. You were wrong. You were not a good Christian. Here are a few things that you probably did that prevented you from being raptured. Number one, you probably voted for Donald Trump. Gonna be honest, that's the number one, because liking Donald Trump, voting for Donald Trump, being a racist, bigot, not gonna get you raptured. Unfortunately, if you're seeing this before Tuesday and you're thinking, is there any way I can turn this around? Probably not. Probably not, but it can't hurt to try, right? And when Tuesday rolls around and you didn't get raptured, maybe there's gonna be another rapture, and maybe you'll then get, if you can work on your overall bigotry, maybe you'll get raptured next time. I really hope this helps some of you.
If you are still here, Earthside, with the rest of us heathens on September 24th, 2025, what then? How does this change your ideology and how you move in this world? Will it make you reflect upon anything critically at all? Or will you just quietly move the goalpost? I don't want to hear about what you're doing to prepare your house for after you're beamed up or whatnot. I don't want to hear about all the Bibles you're stashing for those who are left behind because maybe they can find the Lord for its intrinsic value, since the good ones have already been taken away. How will you change if you are still here on the 24th? That is all I want to know. So many of you justify your nonsense with this specific nonsense. So when you have put a timestamp, an expiration date on one of these things, what happens the day after it doesn't happen? Or does it not matter? Or does it not matter? I guess it doesn't matter. It probably doesn't.
Finally start moving up into the air. I recommend that you don't hold on to anything. I definitely don't recommend looking down. I think we learned that lesson from Lot's wife. Okay. Just keep calm.
Okay, so they're on here giving rapture trip tips. I have a few questions. So let's just say y'all are right? Let's yes and this situation, right? One day and it won't be long. You're gonna look for me and I'll be gone, right? Right, let's just say that day is the 24th. One, why are they giving rapture tips? Ain't none of them going. Next question. How would you know? Have you been raptured before? So if you wake up on September 24th and you are still here, then what? You know what? I should stop asking so many questions. Let me just go and continue to mind my Black American business.
Don't forget to unlock your phone. If you are a pre-tribber like myself and you truly believe that Jesus is going to come and rapture his church here possibly within the next week, if not any day now, don't forget to unlock your phone, because I know a lot of people are writing letters or maybe even just doing things on their phone, like in the notes and whatever. Unlock your phone. Like, I couldn't do that because I have bills to pay. I still need that information. So I just wrote my phone, my code on a piece of paper with a little message, and I took a picture of it and I made that the screensaver on my phone. I just want to encourage anyone who does believe in the rapture and you believe that it's going to happen soon to just be more bold about your faith. Wear your stuff like this, wear your Jesus shirts and all that, pass out the little mini Jesus, like I do that too. And I just bought more of them today, and I also actually bought a few Bibles today that are going to be coming tomorrow, because I've been passing those out like left and right all day long, nonstop. I'll even just throw them on the ground at the gas station or put them at Walmart at the register or just wherever, because with the Charlie Kirk thing that happened, a lot of people that fell away from the faith are finally coming back, and they started going back to church, picked up a Bible, started reading again, or picked it up for the very first time. I've seen so many videos with people being that their testimony, and I just want to encourage you, be bold about your faith, step out, wear your hats, do the things, say something to people, tell them God bless, ask them if they know Jesus. Just do all of that. Have your stuff ready, because if we do get raptured, which I wholeheartedly believe that is going to happen, it could be pretty much any day now. We don't know. We don't know. I'm not date setting, but I wholeheartedly believe that is going to happen, if not next week, by the end of the year, most definitely. So just don't forget, unlock your phone, especially if you're doing, because I'm having notes on my phone. Of course, there's like pictures, like screenshots of things, and I've also been downloading videos that I think would be very helpful for people to explain God's word and explain what is happening and what is going on. So just get all that stuff organized and get ready, and continue to pray for the people that have not yet given their life to Jesus. Like, we have to be more bold. I know heaven's not going to be as crowded as we want it to be, but we have got to do our best and try so hard and plant seeds every single day. I hope this was a good, helpful reminder to you. God bless.
Okay, y'all. So, wait, I promise, I'm not laughing at You know, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's beliefs or anything like that, but I'm driving Uber, right? And so I had no idea that the rapture was coming. And so I picked up this couple from church, and they get in my car, and, you know, they're weeping. And I'm like, hey, you know, hi, how you doing, whatever, is everything okay? You know, because I saw, like, they were, like, not, like, hysterically crying, but they were, like, emotional, right? And so I'm like, hey, is everything okay? They were like, yeah, you know, the Lord is coming back. Jesus is coming back tomorrow. And I was like, wait, like, tomorrow? They were like, yeah, I think it's, like, between the 23rd and the 24th. I was like, okay. Now, when I did go to church, I just assumed, this is just me, I thought it said it didn't, you know the day nor the hour when he coming back. You know, it's been like 2,000 years since he left, and you know, now he's supposed to be coming back and stuff. So I don't know, you know, it's not my lane. However, they got in the car and they were like weeping, and so they tell me this, and so we're talking, and they're like, well, you know, how are you? Is everything okay in your life? Like, we're trying to donate our money because we're not going to be here. You know, the Lord is coming back and we're going to leave, and there's still going to be people here on earth, and things are going to change. So how are you doing? I said, I'm okay, you know, but I could always, you know, use some help. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn down nothing. They were like, okay, well, we were praying and we were all in church, and the pastor, he agreed that, you know, the Lord is coming back. And I'm thinking to myself, like, did he agree that the Lord is coming back, or did he agree that the Lord is coming back within the next 2 or 3 days? Regardless, they were like, you know, we were just praying because we have all this money. We want to give it away. I'm here. I'm here for the coins. Give me the coins. I'm here. So they were like, we were in church and we prayed, like, Lord, we're going to order this Uber, and whoever our Uber driver is, we know that this person is going to need this money, so we want to go ahead and bless them with the money. You can. So look it. So they give me like this bundle. So it's like a bundle full of cash. Now, keep in mind, in this bundle, there's even coins in it, because it was like in this like cup thingy or whatever. So there's even like euros, and I see some Canadian money in here. So there's dollars, there's hundreds, there's 20s, there's fives. Like, there's all the denominations inside of this. So I have yet to count it up. So I'm going to count it up and come back. Hold on. Okay, so I counted the money. It turned out to be $1,915 and some change. I didn't count all the change. It was probably more. So $1,915. So that's what they gave me in person. So they were like crying, and they were like, we just want to bless you. You know, we prayed and we asked the Lord that the Uber driver that we got, that they would actually need this, and we would bless them, because it's about to get really, really tough after Jesus comes back. Now, I don't know too much about the rapture. I mean, I learned about it, but I don't really remember. I think that if you have the Lord in your life, then you're going to be caught up to meet him. So you're going to leave, and like your clothes are going to just, you know, we're going to go in. I guess people like me are going to go into the house and find the people that left, like find their clothes or something like that. So I don't know how it goes, but because there's some people, what if they accepted the Lord, but then they don't live right? But I don't know how it got. I don't know the details of the fine print of it, right? But what I do know is that these people gave me $1,900 today. And so when I dropped them off, they lived in a nice neighborhood. I be driving in a nice neighborhood, y'all, and I be getting the good passengers. So they live in a nice neighborhood. And so they were like, you know what? What's your Cash App? Give us your Zelle. Give us your Venmo. Give us your this. And I was like, okay, I have all of those except Apple Pay. So don't do the Apple Pay. But I do take Cash App. I do take Zelle. I do take Venmo. And I do take cash. So thank you for this. They were like, yeah, we want to get together, and we're having a prayer meeting tonight, and we're going to just put all our money together. We're going to give away houses. We're going to give away cars. We're giving away different things. We're just giving everything away because we won't be here. We're leaving this earth. This earth is temporary. So we want to give away all this stuff, and let this be a sign to you that Jesus is real, and he's coming back within the next couple of days. I was like, oh, wow. I really thank y'all, and I appreciate y'all for this generous donation. It really came in handy. And I will accept any more donations that y'all want to give me. So I left them with all my information. And I'm hoping I hear from them, you know, because this will help out with a lot of stuff. So thank y'all. I didn't know that the rapture was coming. I didn't know what we were about to enter into, but I'm glad. And they even said warning comes before destruction. That's what they said. And I said, okay, thank y'all for blessing me with this money and more money to come. So y'all can write me off the house if y'all want to. I know it's paid off. If y'all would have started, I know their house is paid off. So I don't mind having a house in the neighborhood that they were in. I think it has an HOA to it, but if it's a paid off house, that's fine. I can find the money to pay the HOA. But yeah, I didn't know this, y'all. Nobody told me. Ain't nobody told me nothing. But I'm excited, you know, that they're going back to meet the Lord. I don't know. I don't really know the details. Y'all don't get mad at me. I'm just saying. I don't know. I guess they're going back to meet the Lord, but the Lord is telling them to give away their stuff while they're here. And so they were very generous. They're having a prayer meeting with a whole bunch of other people that believe the same thing as them tonight, and they're getting together. So I might have a house that's paid off later on, might have a couple more cars to sell. They might Zelle me, Venmo me, pick up an offering for me. I mean, I do need it. And since y'all gonna be gone, the house gonna be empty anyway. The car's just gonna be sitting there. The clothes, your Louis Vuitton, your Givenchy, your Gucci, it's just gonna be there. So I mean, why not give it to somebody like me? I'm gonna be here on earth anyway, so you going on to, the glory. So just give me the stuff. I don't mind.
Okay, so I just heard that the rapture is on the 23rd or 25th of September. My fucking birthday. You've had 2025 years for a save a date, but do you have to pick my 60th birthday? I want to get to retirement. I want to actually enjoy myself. What the? You had the first coming, now you want the second coming. You can't even get your books right. Do I like the original book or do I want the new book? New book isn't quite so fun. Let's get King Fanes to transcribe it into how he thinks that the world should interpret the fairy tales. What the fuck? I have just bought a 7-pack of new underwear, and if the rapture is on Tuesday or Wednesday, today's Sunday, I won't even get a chance to wear half of them. What do? Do I wear the pink undies first and save the black undies for the rapture, just in case I shit myself, because it's going to be a little bit stressful for the rest of us that don't believe in your fucking shit? And what's the rapture 2025 shit? Oh, handy hints. This is what you could do. Don't look down. It didn't do Lot's wife any good. What the fuck? You're trying to bring your fairy tales into some form of fun reality, and you had to pick my birthday. For shit's sake, save it to Christmas. Save it to Jesus' birthday. Then you can have the rapture and the birthday on the same day. Why didn't you save it for Easter next year? Then you can have the crucifixion, resurrection, and the rapture all in one sitting. No. You have to spread them and cunt out, and you have to put it on my birthday. I've waited 42 fucking years saving for superannuation and shit so that I can retire, and then you go and blow up the entire world because of some fucking fairy tale piece of bullshit. Jesus fucking Christ. Not impressed. Not impressed at all. You can stick your rapture 2025. And what happens on September 26th of 2025? What's going to happen on September 26th, 2025? When the whole world doesn't explode and there's no rapture. Yeah, what are you going to do? Put your tail between your fucking legs and crawl back to us going, oh, sorry, we got the dates wrong. The talisman didn't give it the right dates. We're going to have to do another star chart just to see when the next date's going to be, because I need to make a reservation. Mother of God. No, actually, there is no fucking God. Stick your religions up your... and don't destroy the world on my birthday. Am I ready for the rapture? Yeah. I didn't even know it was on September 24th. What? There's supposed to be the rapture on September 24th. Today was day? What day is today?
It's the 20th.
Today's the 20th or the 21st?
The 21st.
Guys, we only have 3 days for the rapture. Is everybody ready to go?
What is the rapture?
That's when God is going to come and take us to heaven.
You sound like grandma right now. You really sound like grandma right now.
Ethan.
Did you just say we're going to die?
I didn't say you're going to die. I said God is going to come and assemble his most trusted followers
to heaven, which that means they're going to die.
However you see it happening. Anyways, did you know that the rapture was happening then, and why didn't you tell me if you didn't know? I didn't even get a chance to put it in my calendar.
And where even is it? Where's it at?
The rapture, it's going to be happening simultaneously everywhere.
Or it might be happening in that one woman's basement, the one that's leaving all the Bibles and the scriptures with the notes written for all the people that's going to be left behind. But ça not fair. What are you guys going to do when you wake up and you find that there's a whole bunch of people missing really for real? And I'm one of those trusted followers who've gone into the rapture to
Does
go.
that mean I still have school or no school? No
That's your most important. I'm going to leave homework left behind for you. Once I'm gone with the rapture, you're going to have homework already planned out for you.
What if I finish the homework? That means no more homework for the rest of my
No,
life?
you're going to continue because somebody is going to be here to follow the notes that have left behind. And honestly, if I go, you go. So we take the notes with us.
What do you mean if you go, I go?
We go together.
I'm not going no. I'm not ready to die.
Mark my words, all of these people going through this religious psychosis right now because they think the rapture is going to happen on the 23rd, even though it's a product that came out of the 1800s, I would not be surprised if there would be some self-unalivings, or maybe even the parents take out the children and then themselves, because the amount of insanity I have seen on my For You page of people selling their cars, selling objects, giving away things, leaving stuff around their house like laminated notes because they want to leave their house for somebody who's left behind in the rapture. It's actually insane. Like, we're actually seeing the real-time deterioration of people's mental health because they bought into an idea that was sold to them. And, you know, understandably, the idea was sold with fear and guilt and shame and all of those things that come with religious psychosis, but still, it's pretty crazy. And my comment section has been at war. It's witch talk versus the Christians. So it's the rosary holder versus the bundle of sage holder, burning sage. But the funniest thing was I had a woman who wasn't Christian or witch talk. She messaged me, and apparently she's 149 years old and she's from some star system. And yeah, you know, she wrote me a whole essay, which I couldn't read because I was just like, I'm not going to do all this, right? But I went to check out her page, and she has like a whole row of teeth missing right here. The rest are rotting. So I'm like, you know, Methany, you got to put down the recreational activities you're doing, because it ain't helping.
She's gotta go. I won't need her beyond September because I'm going home.
There are people who genuinely believe that the rapture is happening on September 23rd of this year. They're selling their cars and...
Probably gonna be my last video. This morning I woke up and I heard, "Have a nice flight."
You've got to check out Rapture Talk 2025.
I just woke up, but I can confirm that people are saying that the rapture is going to happen on Tuesday, September 24th, 2025. I want to thank everyone for my last video because you were able to confirm for me that there were not only 2 ways that you can ensure that you're taken up in that first round on Tuesday, but there's a couple of more. And so I wanted to write those down and share them with you because I thought it was important that we get the word out. So the first option is to be saved, the classic. The second is to be a level 50 trainer in Pokemon Go, which we all know is great since October is around the corner. If you know, you know. The third one, I didn't know about this. Complete Grand Theft Auto 5 to 100%. Okay. Number 4 is a Willy Wonka style golden ticket option. So I'm unclear about the specifics of this one, but I'm thinking that it's like a Labubu blind box, maybe. Like, I don't know when Pop Mart has their next drop, but maybe that one. And the last one, number 5, was interesting. I don't know if I have the like speed or dexterity for this one, but grabbing onto someone else who's being raptured and just like holding on real tight. So right now, this is the list I have. If you have other options, please put them in the comments below so that we can get things, you know, get people the right information.
So apparently, I'm not getting raptured. I wake up today not knowing nothing. I have my coffee, open up my direct messages. One of the first ones I see is this. Hey Misha, I really love your videos and I know how much you love your dogs. I don't know if you've seen or heard about how the rapture is happening this week, but I live in Waco, only about 1 hour from you, so I was wondering if we could meet up and you could take care of my dog Abigail while I meet our Heavenly Father. Well, fuck me, I guess. I said, ma'am, did you just straight up tell me to my face that I'm not worthy of getting raptured, so I should take care of your dog? Mind you, I had no idea that rapture talk was a thing. I didn't know that everybody was talking about this. I come over here and all of a sudden my feed is filled with people just giving tips on how to be raptured, which apparently doesn't apply to me because I'm not going. Now listen, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum and make fun of what people believe in, but if you watch my videos and you say, hey, I think you are a good enough person to watch my dog while I go meet Jesus, but I don't think that you're good enough to join me, that's crazy. Also, listen, I do not claim to be a scholar of the Bible, but I'm pretty sure we would not learn the date of the rapture from TikTok.
Brothers and sisters, all of those communication that you've heard people talk about is that you get to understand that religious psychosis in this case emerges when faith crosses into delusion. Believing in God or the rapture is one thing, but reorganizing one's entire life based on absolute conviction that a specific date is the end of the world shows a detachment from reality. Selling property, abandoning families, and disregarding practical survival needs demonstrate that individuals were acting not just on faith, they were acting on an altered perception of reality, where normal caution or doubt no longer exists, right? Also, what makes this situation striking is the social reinforcements of belief. A single person predicting the end of the world might be dismissed as eccentric, but when thousands share the same vision, it can normalize what others look irrational. Now, in psychology, this is sometimes called shared delusion or folie pleasure. For the individual caught up in it, their community's agreement strengthens their conviction, reducing their ability to critically evaluate the situation. And you get that in many cases, religious psychosis involves apocalyptic themes, hearing God's voice, sometimes seeing visions of angels, believing oneself to be chosen or a divine mission. In the American example, like the recent one that you are watching, the expectation of rapture acted as both source of hope and a psychological trap, right? Instead of people preparing for the ordinary life, adherents devoted themselves to a fantasy of certain deliverance. When that didn't occur, many felt betrayed, not just by their leaders, but by God Himself, leading to disillusionment, leading to depression, or in some cases, complete psychological breakdown. Also, one point that also you need to know is that the tragedy is that the behavior wasn't just personal. And you understand that the behavior, it wasn't just something which was personal. It is often led to financial ruin, selling homelands, farmlands, or business in expectation of leaving the world behind, led family destitute when the prophecy failed. And this really shows you, or this highlights another hallmark of religious psychosis, its destructive impact on practical life. When religious convictions causes someone to lose resources, sever relationships, or become unable to function in society, it fits the clinical definition of a psychotic episode shaped by religious content. Also, another thing that I would like to talk about is that, I really find it important, is that everyone in this movement suffered permanent mental illness. Some eventually returned to ordinary life, adjusting their theology to make sense of their disappointment. But for some, they experienced deepened delusional thinking. They continued chasing new predictions or doubled down on failed prophecies, demonstrating how religious psychosis can become a cycle. It shows the fragile line between faith that inspires and faith that consumes, where individual becomes enslaved by visions of divine destiny. Also, this American example illustrates a broader truth, and that's religious psychosis, which often rises where human longing for certainty, salvation, or purpose collides with the unpredictability of reality. People who feel powerless or burdened by social and economic struggles may cling to apocalyptic promises as a way to escape. Now, when those promises fail, the psychological cost is devastating. The history of rapture expectations shows how belief, when unmoored from reason and balance, can push entire communities into delusion, offering a vivid case study of religious psychosis at work. So, generally, you understand that what really people said about this, and I think it's important for us to dissect this topic and look into it deeply, because this is what people said about this. And so please let me know what you think and feel about this video. I'm your host and presenter, Eugenic Stories. And just a reminder, if you're watching me for the first time, again, I'm asking you to please subscribe to the channel, join the membership, and really get to work on offer. For those who are always supporting me through my Cash App account, through my super thanks, I'm really, really grateful for the support that you give me. But until then, let me see you on my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.